All right, welcome to the season 15 Pandora cast reveal. And today, dun dun dun, I don't know where we're going. We are so excited because we have some brand fresh new players from season 13 to join this cast reveal. Stefan and the winner, Destiny, welcome to the stream team. Woo!
Woo!
Welcome.
And I also played season 13, so no big deal.
And we have Travis live from Disneyland.
I'm honestly just so happy that Pandora is sponsored by Disney now. It's
right?
my favorite thing.
I mean, they do have a Pandora whole area, so it makes sense.
True.
Wait, they do?
Oh my god, I
wait.
should have done it from there.
Yes, Travis.
You should have timed it better.
Wait, do they own a car?
Yeah.
Apparently now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And also Stephanie's here, the queen, the legend.
Yeah. Oh.
You know.
Hi.
All right, Justin, what do you got for us?
All right. Well, why don't we bring up the deck here? So we're gonna go through this season 15 cast. Really excited about this group. We kick off tomorrow night. So this is the day before the game. We'll also hear some video confessionals from some of the players about their pregame thoughts. And this season it's going to be mind blowing. Like, I'm incredibly excited. We have an amazing mix of folks for our super secret theme, which is rookies versus second chance versus third time's a charm.
Woo!
So we will have a crop of new players playing against someone who's playing playing against folks who are back for a second chance, facing against players who are coming back for their third shot at the crown. Ooh. So some icons in the mix for sure, and really excited to have this crop of new players join this family and see how they fare against these seasoned vets.
CBS is good.
I just love the logo.
Shout out to season 3 and 4's Will for another great logo.
Yes.
Thank you for your help, Will, on that.
Very nice.
So with that, we're going to dive right into, if I can get my mouse over there, to, oh no, what have I done?
Why is this always what happens?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Let me try this again. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. That's why. I got it now.
Oh, okay.
So if I do this, and I minimize you, and then you're there, and I click this.
I could give you the drum roll.
And then I click this. Why does that say end of slideshow? Oh, because it's the end of the slideshow. Hold, please. I'm going to stop sharing.
Okay, yeah, I'll remove it. You just tell me you're ready.
New twist. There is no cast. This game is completely being played on the fly. We are going to pick random people throughout the community tomorrow.
Whoever picks up the phone, we just call them in Messenger.
Right,
whoever
Hannah,
picks up the phone is like.
All right. One last time. This is our theme. And we're going to kick off with our rookies.
Let's go.
And Stephanie, I would love some insight from you on our first player who is... Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? We're trying to click. We're clicking. We have clicked. Angela.
Oh, Angela!
Recently just played Can You Survive up in Maine with Stephanie. She plays fourth. Stephanie, any insight on Angela? How much did you guys interact?
Definitely, we interacted. We interacted quite a bit at the towards the end of the game for Can You Survive? And I can tell you, Angela she brings you in. She brings people into her. So I can definitely expect that she's going to build quick relationships with folks, and she has just a way that she can talk to you, and she makes you feel like she's been your friend for a very long time. So she has a very good social game, and I think she's definitely worked on her strategy in Can You Survive. So I expect her to come here and definitely make a lot of friends. So
awesome. So we will hear a little bit from Angela here.
Oh, so in true mom fashion, I'm doing this video in my car. My name is Angela Young. I'm from Brewer, Maine. Very excited to be on the next season of Pandora. So I played my first game ever. It was an in-person game in Maine this past summer. I was booted out 4th right before the final tribal council, so I'm a little like bitter and very humbled by that. It was the most fun I've ever had. I also wasn't aware that online games were a thing until then. So that's kind of what prompted me to seek out an online game. So I've never played before. I don't really know what my strategy is. I do want to be fairly aggressive, I think. I'm a very social person in real life. I don't know if that's really going to translate, via the computer and whatnot. I think it might. I do want to be a lot more aggressive as far as getting like alliances and connections going really early. That was something that I was a little late in the game, in Can You Survive, the game that I played in person, because I knew it was a game going in, but I didn't want to be really super aggressive. I was on a tribe that was very like friendly and happy, and nobody seemed to want to have one-on-one conversations. So that was a charity event. I was granted immunity at the first tribal council. And then I also had to send one of my tribe mates to exile the very first night. So I had a pretty large target on my back right in the beginning. But I think my social skills saved my ass. And supposedly at the end, they booted me because I thought that I would have won. I did make some really big moves. I was involved. Me and my biggest ally were involved in the biggest blindside of the season, which was voting Stephanie OG out. Pandora winner. She is absolutely amazing. I loved her beyond measure, but she was a huge challenge threat and a beast, and she easily would have won. So other than trying to be aggressive socially and just trying to feel out other players, try to make connections, try to win at all human costs. That's what I got. That's me. Gotta go take care of mom business. Can't wait to.
So that is Angela. Stephanie, you're a
I
beast.
hope this isn't extreme. I hope people don't watch this on YouTube. I'm just joking. She's very sweet. She's being very humble.
Wrote it in my notes. Stephanie is all around beast.
We saw you hopping on that leg, Steph. You were hopping,
That's like,
hopping.
I really wanted to get that win just that one time.
Wait, so how many did you end up winning?
None. I didn't win any. So I was
own beast.
Because she was doing an endurance challenge, balancing on one foot, and she just started hopping on her
for
foot.
minutes.
Like, her foot could not, she was just hopping.
For like
Hopping,
5
hopping,
minutes.
Amazing.
All right, Travis, I want to make sure you're in and focused for our next one. Are you in? Are you there? Are you focused? Are you ready? All right. Another live game legend. We have Mr. Bobby Hunter coming in to Pandora. So Bobby and I played Survival Challenge together. That's how we know as Trav and Hannah as well. He actually just won Survivor Buffalo, the live game up there. Oh, is that a secret? Oops.
Not now.
Spoiler alert. Don't watch this if you're going to watch Survivor Buffalo.
Too late.
Scratch that.
So he's a seasoned live game player. I don't know if he's played too many online games. Trav, I don't know if you know, or Hannah.
Only Travis games.
Only Travis's games. But definitely very strategic, very likable. I think similar to Angela, like he was booted, I think, towards the end of Survival Challenge because he was such a threat and, the guys didn't want to go up against him. So we love Bobby. I'm excited he's coming to play. And here's a little bit about his strategy.
Woo.
Hello, my Pandora people. I'm Bobby Hunter. I'm a 32-year-old engineer. While I haven't played Pandora before, I have done a couple very small friend-made orgs. I've done a couple live games. Generally, my strategy for a game like this is to have kind of a secret network, right? I'm the tendrils, put your little spider webs out. People don't realize the extent of my network kind of player. Obviously, I mean, I shouldn't say obviously, you guys don't know me. It's worked well for me in the past. I've won a live game doing it. I've got third in another live game.
See, he's spoiling himself. It's fine.
But when it comes to orgs, I haven't done very, very well. I think my biggest strength when it comes to any game is being able to read people's body language, which obviously when it comes to an online game is much more difficult to do. So I need to step up the way that I communicate. I need to have more actual chats, and I definitely want to do more video calls with people than I would typically do for an online game. That's my strength. That's the way that I'm going to play the game. When it comes to this first episode, honestly, and you guys will hate to hear this, it's going to be kind of boring, right? I mean, the whole purpose right now is to build that network, build that trust, show people that I am trustworthy and that they can work with me. I know, I'm sure a bunch of people are posting these videos saying that they're going to build trust and then, you know, backstab and all that bullshit that eventually comes anyway. But right now I need to focus on this first episode. Trying to focus too far ahead or make some cutesy move, you know, for the sake of it isn't going to be helpful. I'm going to build this network. I'm going to find my one person that I feel like I can truly trust. And I'm going to find somebody that people don't expect me to work with. That's an important role for me because that's the easiest and best way to get additional information. So we'll see. I mean, honestly, it's going to kind of work in my favor. I am on vacation all this week, but I'm doing nothing. So I plan on doing a good amount of research on previous seasons today and tomorrow. So I should be coming in with some decent knowledge. I don't know if there's any returning players. Obviously, if there are, those are going to be early targets for me because they're going to know this format better, which obviously isn't one-to-one True to Survivor. So we'll see. I want to win. I'll say I do plan on playing a little riskier than I've played games in the past because I have a win under my belt. And we'll see. I think I'm going to do pretty well. I think I'm going to go pretty far. So, see you guys tomorrow.
What does it taste like?
Cheers to that.
You know,
Love the confidence. I love it. He knows what he has to work on, and yeah.
I got a very important question. Justin, do we know what kind of engineer he is? Because that's going to determine my thoughts on him really hard.
I actually don't know. Electrical? Is that right? Yeah.
No, it's a different word. Electrical?
What? No. I don't. I think it's electrical.
Travis, do you know?
Travis, what's the word?
I thought it was mechanical. Oh,
A what?
Mechanical?
Mechanical. Oh,
No, it's a
Well, electrical is also kind of engineering, but like mechanical, it's kind of dang. Okay, well, I had such high hopes for him. Now they're dashed. Okay, well, it's nice knowing him.
I love how he said, I'm gonna have my one person I trust, you know, someone that no one expects, when like I very much expect him to pick the person that I've seen him always pick. Like the last two live games, his ride or die has been like the exact same type of person. So
really?
I can't wait to see who his person is this game. And I hope it is someone like out of the blue.
it has to be taller though. So I don't know how we're going to judge that.
All right, up next for you, season 13, folks. This player was supposed to play in 13 and backed out last minute. We have Miss Kristen Williams.
Love her.
So she had a good excuse. She was at a live game. She was volunteering. The schedule didn't map out the way that she thought it was going to. So we love Kristen, and she was super apologetic, and she's super fun. She's, you know, pretty well known for playing Sequester. And I think her twin sister plays a lot of games as well. Like the Williams sisters are.
The Williams sisters live in infamy in the org world, especially in the Who Wants to Be a Memeer world. Legends, icons. They are dangerous people.
So we don't have any video on her, but she is well known. I'm curious to see how she will fare, especially in a game where there's some returning players. Because, you know, she is somebody that has a lot of experience, right? So are people going to kind of chalk her up to kind of someone who has a ton of experience, for people like Angela or Bobby who haven't played a ton of orgs? You know, is Kristen going to become a target, even though she's new to Pandora, just based on her experience? Up next, this is a late addition because we've had some last minute switcheroos here. I think also pretty well known in the Sequester universe. This is Dan R., who I believe had a kind of a persona of Dude Mama back in the day.
And he's played Survival Challenge.
And he did play Survival Challenge. Okay, I wasn't quite sure.
I'm pretty sure.
So, and I actually think he goes by they them pronouns, so I just want to be respectful of that as well. So I think they did play Survival Challenge. So super excited to see what they do in the game. Just joined this week, literally I think this morning. So
yay, Dan!
You know, thanks
Thank
to Dan for
Way
jumping
to go.
in. We had someone back out. But yeah, excited to see what dynamic they'll bring into the cast. Up next, somebody else I don't know all that well, but I've seen around in the org circuit. And you know me, I just like poach anybody I can find out there that's on the org circuit. Just randomly message them and see if they'll play. So it's Daniela Gomes. I don't know if anybody is familiar with her.
Oh my
If you know
God,
her, if you
I
played
played
with her.
She's amazing. I played with her.
Survivor Maryland royalty.
She's so
Okay.
good. She's great.
All right, great. Little vouch from Travis. That's awesome. And Stephanie, you know her as well?
Not so much. We haven't really interacted, but like she's gained like a lot of traction within orgs, and obviously she was on Survivor Maryland, so
Gotcha.
she's been through the rodeo before.
Gotcha.
Yeah, these rookies are like
They're not rookies.
Yeah.
They know
Yeah.
what they're doing.
Well,
Wow.
I did kind of do that on purpose, is try to fill this with people who've played
Right.
something before, so they don't just get smoked, right? That they have a
Yeah.
little bit of experience. There's nobody here, if I remember correctly, I'm just kind of double checking, that's like brand new to Survivor or strategy. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
strategic games like this. So, so they have
I
a
was
little bit
almost
of a
getting-
fighting chance.
I was
against
almost
all
getting
these
season 10
vets.
flashbacks for a second.
Yeah.
So up next, I'm very, very excited for this person. She, was my number one ally in a recent game I just played here in Boston.
And one.
We have Kim.
Woo!
So
Okay.
Kim and I, we played, my friend Dylan, who's played Pandora before, ran a mini version of a game here, 2 days in Boston in a local park. And she was on my tribe. And the minute I saw her, I was like, that's my number one. That's the girl I'm going to run this game with. And I'm so glad I picked her because she was a dominant force. And we ran the game together. It was super fun. This will be her first time playing orgs, but she did play this live game and is a big Survivor fan. And she's just one of those people that you gravitate to. And we do have a little intro here.
Hey, I'm Kim, and I'm very excited to be joining Survivor Pandora Season 15. I'm definitely a fan of Survivor, but more importantly, I'm just a huge fan of competitive gameplay in general. So this is absolutely me in my element, and I'm really excited to see how it's going to play out on an online platform like this. So as we're approaching the premiere and getting started, I'm starting to think a little bit more about my strategy and how I want to go into the game, what my goals are. And the one thing I know most about myself is that I am an extremely strategic game player. I may not be the fastest or the strongest person on a tribe, but I can guarantee you that I am one of the most, if not the most, strategic person in a game like this. I really rely on my social game, which I think is arguably the most important part of any Survivor type game like this. I'm really good at making strong alliances and doing whatever needs to be done to get myself and my allies all the way to the top. I can absolutely be a little cutthroat and ruthless in that regard, but in the end, you do what you got to do to win. And I always do my best to stay true to my strongest allies. So a couple of concerns in that regard. First of all, I think I can make myself a little too much of a target by being the face of some of those big social moves. And so this time around, I really would love to kind of take a back seat, at least in terms of what other people are seeing, and let somebody else sort of be the mouthpiece of those big moves and maybe take the target off of my own back. And also, again, as this is an online game, I think it might be more difficult to make those alliances, to figure out who the strongest and best people are for me to align myself with, and to develop the kind of bonds that I need to be able to make those big moves and take an alliance all the way to the top. But on the other hand, since it is online, I think some of the challenges we do might actually be a little more in my wheelhouse than what might normally be. I'm pretty good at balance and endurance generally, and I really hope that's not going to come bite me in the ass as I'm saying it on camera now. But that's generally things I'm a little bit more comfortable with, and I'm really generally good at puzzles, logic, trivia, things like that. And I think that those types of games might have a really strong presence here since we're doing it all on camera online. So I think that what is usually my strength could easily become more of a weakness, but what is usually my weakness might be more of a strength here. So I'm going to go in with my usual kind of strategy, again, trying to find those alliances, trying to have a strong social game. But I think this could be very different than anything I've done before, and I'm open to whatever it takes to get me to the top. I'm here to win, and I'm going to do everything I need to do just that.
She gives me like winner vibes for sure.
Yeah.
There's no way I can speak for like 4 minutes or 3 minutes without stuttering. So great.
Has she played Survivor before? Like, she gives me the aura of like someone who would have been cast already in it.
Right.
Also, she I know she was an actress in New York, so I think she's just very well spoken, and that was one of the biggest. I think that's one of the reasons why people were scared of her, is because she's very well spoken. She presents very well. She's a performer, so she's very comfortable in those settings. She's also a teacher, so I think she's got just comfortability with people and working with kids and that kind of stuff. I think she's a threat all around. I was glad that she kind of got out in my game without me having to do anything, which is kind of nice. Because she probably would have kicked my ass at the end. So she's really, really great. I think I'll be interested to see how she kind of does in an online format versus in person, for sure.
She kind of reminds me of Courtney from season 13, and Hannah had a baby, and it's like the best of their both worlds. So it's like Hannah's mind and Courtney. Not that Hannah's not likable, but like Courtney is like, you're not scared of Courtney, where Hannah, you're likable, but you're scared of it. She's got like this double combination. Like these two gave their best parts into this Kim. So
actually, she does she like also looks like the combination of those two. Like,
she does.
Very fair assessment.
She does.
I also got like Maureen McCormick vibes, or like Marsha Brady from the Brady Bunch. Like
definitely
else? I don't know. That as she was talking, it hit me a little bit.
I'm gonna be rooting for my daughter this season. So excited.
I'm also going to be rooting for your daughter.
Wait. Since it's second chances, what if Courtney's also playing then?
Oh my god.
Okay,
so this is her first org and also Angela's first org, but the rest so far have played orgs before, right?
I think so, yeah. Okay. And they've all played some sort of live game, it seems like. Okay. So, yep.
Oh my gosh. I don't want to see. I don't want anyone to get voted out.
Another legend. This is gonna like the rookies have to keep winning because I want all of them to stay.
That's what I'm saying. I can't.
We have Lance.
Oh,
and Lance is pretty well known in Sequester, pretty well known across many, many live games. I think he's won a couple. What'd you say, Trav? Oh, busy. He's busy. An interesting dynamic is Bobby and Lance did play Survival Challenge the same year that we all did. They were never on the same tribe. Lance got voted out before he ever connected with Bobby. So I don't know how close they actually are, if they still keep in touch from the season, because they never really interacted in the game. So I don't know if that'll come into play or not. But we know Lance. We love Lance. He's very well known across the circuit. Very personable, very likable. I think his biggest challenge is going to be just that he's a big name, right? So again, kind of like Kristen, people are going to probably see him as a threat right away, even though this is his first time playing.
I see those two linking up just because of that.
Yeah, I can imagine like him, Kristen, and potentially Dan linking up just from the sequester, and maybe Lance will grab Bobby. It'll be interesting to see if any of these, rookies take the kind of getting the big threats out route versus just linking up with people that they're comfortable with. Don't know.
I've played 2 live games with Lance, and he always tends to make a rash emotional decision that ruins his game. Literally every time. And like he's caught and is just like, man, I'm dumb. Like, why did I do that? And can never recover. And he does tend to play with people that he knows. So I would very quickly say that I think Bobby and Lance will link up, even if they've never played together. I think that's going to be a tool that is used, especially hearing what the season format is going to be. These rookies are going to be silly to not use that to their advantage.
Yeah.
I had a very interesting time with Lance in a 32-person game. He once voted me out. I called him out in public, got into a big fight, and then he became one of my saving votes and one of my closest allies. So a very tumultuous time with me and Lance.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. He's been on my radar for a long time to try to get him to play, and we finally scooped him up for this one. So we'll see how it goes. And then last but not least on the Rookies Tribe.
How big are these tribes?
Another number one ally of mine, all the way from Reelfoot. We have Shane playing.
Shane!
From
Rob.
Reelfoot.
Robbed from Reelfoot.
Robbed King from Reelfoot.
Robbed
Shane
King.
is just the best. I would love to say I chose him for a reason, but like he's an amazing person and player, and much like Kim, and it's kind of why I picked them, right? I gravitated towards their personalities, that they would be a little bit of a shield for me because I'm a polarizing person and player. I need someone that's going to be even more of a kind of the front person in an alliance. And Shane was perfect for that. People talked to him. He got a lot of information. I thought he was a much bigger threat than me in a lot of cases. I think people saw him as kind of leading the show, or at least out of the two of us, maybe he was a little bit more in front. I know he does have some friendship with Kristen. And I actually kind of didn't remember that when I cast them together. So that'll be interesting to see how that comes into play. And yeah, he's just the best. So I'm excited to have him play. And we'll hear a little bit from
the buff.
here.
Pandora 15. Let's go. All right. So my name is Shane, and I am a CPA from Atlanta, Georgia, 25 years old, and I am a social butterfly. I have this smile glued to my face, and no matter how hard I try, it does not come off. And, I'm going to use that to my advantage. I think that this is played over Zoom, and people are going to see me smiling, and they're going to be like, why is that guy smiling at me? No, it's just who I am, and I can't control it. I really can't. I love meeting new people, and behind this smile, this innocent looking smile, is this mastermind who knows how to manipulate the hell out of people to get them to do exactly what he wants. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to deliver. I'm going to be the season 15 winner of Pandora because I have what it takes. I'm hungry for it. I've only ever played one other long-term org, and I did so well. I didn't know a single person going in, and a lot of the players were like in their 40s and 50s. It was Atlanta people, so like they weren't even orgers themselves. But yeah, like I loved it. I like connected with all these different people, built like amazing voting blocks to take out these power players pre-merge. And then I was the merge boot because of an idol played by the minority. It sucked. And it's not going to happen again because I know how to avoid that now. And I'm going to deliver. You all are going to be like, wow, it was such a good idea to cast Shane because, if I'm taken out first, if I'm taken out last, if I'm never taken out and I'm crowned the winner, like you're going to be like, wow, like Shane left his mark on this season. And that's what I'm going to do. What do I have to lose? $5? Like, okay, that's fine. I love the game of Survivor. I'm going to advertise myself to people as a meat shield. And I hope that they want to work with me because I'm a smart player to work with. I know how to run the numbers, and I know how to get people together. So I'm going to bring it this season, and I hope that you all are looking forward to it. All right. Catch you later. Bye.
We are looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to his confessionals. I enjoyed his Reelfoot confessionals. I cannot wait.
Speaking of those $5, Justin, can I have those back?
No, unfortunately, Destiny has your $5. You can get it from her.
Well, I mean, if I ask for $5 back from a charity, what is that going to make me look like?
Are you talking about how I donated money?
No, it's like
Stefan just asked for his $5 back, and I said,
Yeah.
"You have it." So,
So I didn't even keep it. So sorry.
No, Shane said something about like, what does he have to lose? $5. I'm like, speaking of Justin.
He's not wrong. You might as well just play. That's
Yeah.
the one part about like live games. You pay all this money and then you always have regrets because you're like, man, I should have did this, this, and this. Here you have to play quick. So either go balls to the wall or don't. But if you
Right.
don't, you're probably going to get eliminated.
Yep. So those are our 8 rookies. Really excited. I think it's going to be a really dynamic group. I think there's a lot of ways that this could go. Trav. Bye, Trav. Trav will have to go back and watch the recording. All right. So up next, we have our second chancers. So these are all people who've only played once. Some of them you'll probably recognize.
Okay, I just am wondering about the spacing of this cast reveal right now.
Wait, so
there's,
going to be 4th chancers?
the top row, and then second chance is right there, and
Hi.
then third chance. Will it fill up the whole screen? Or
No, it won't. It won't. So there might be something. I see where you're going, Hannah. You could have like a mix.
You guys
a
are
miscellaneous.
you're already too much in Pandora brain. No, there's no secret reveals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just my poor PowerPoint skills. All right, Hannah.
So are they all
Making
going to
sure.
are they all going to start in a tribe together, or is it going to be randomized again?
We'll see.
He doesn't share anything with us.
Why can't you just tell us?
So up first is a season 11 player. We
Okay.
love him. He was the number 1 ally of our eventual winner,
What was it?
Mr.
Heroes versus
Andrew.
Oh, Andrew!
Yes, the
We
return.
love Andrew.
That was Sam's person, her lobster.
That's his
Aw.
lobster.
Aw.
Oh God, come on. Andrew, I think, comes across much better over video or like in the game.
I have that tie-dye. Hold on.
No.
I'm gonna let Andrew speak for himself here. He's got 2 little videos.
I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped.
Literally.
Oh, you do have the same shit.
This is Andrew from season 11 of Pandora. Super excited to be back for season 15. Just gonna give my little pregame confessional here. I have no idea what it's about. I have no idea who's on. So that makes me even more excited. I kind of have analyzed, I would say, 3 maybe flaws in my last game that after some time, it's definitely been a little easier to process. So I think that the first one I wanted to get into is I was too team heavy. This was kind of the big one. I think I didn't really understand it being my first org that like everyone was really like out for blood, and I was kind of just like really wanting to be team heavy. And I think I kind of maybe unfairly placed Michael and Sam in a place where I wanted to go to the end with them because I thought I could beat them. But I portrayed it as, we're all going to do this as a team and we're all going to do this together. But deep down, I was like, well, I could beat these guys. So that's why I want to do it. Where if they wanted to cut me, I was, like, whoa, I can't believe you guys would do that. And then after thinking about it, it was probably more like, well, they obviously also think that I might be able to beat them. And that's a problem. So kind of understanding that perspective, gives me some kind of, okay, I don't have to be as team heavy and go that route. The other thing I want to do is just crossing the street here. Is I really want to trust my social game a bit more. I think didn't really expect to kind of have as many avenues to the end as I did, which is why I think I made initially a lot of promises to Sam and promises that I did intend to keep, and was happy to work with her. However, I didn't even let myself, get the opportunity to go different routes because of how locked in I was.
Mm-hmm.
And I made myself go with Sam from the very beginning. And I did that because I don't think I fully trusted that I would have a really good social game and be able to have a lot of people that wanted to work with me. So that's kind of another thing that I think I'll try to really keep my options open and know that people probably will want to work with me. And then the third thing, which was confusing for me as well, is that I didn't really realize all the confessionals and all the production work that goes on behind the scenes. Obviously, it being my first org. So I'm going to be doing that a lot more if I can make it.
Yay!
I'll be definitely sending some longer confessionals. Super excited about that. The production work that goes on behind the scenes. Obviously, it being my first org. So I'm going to be doing that a lot more. If I can make it through the first night, I'll be definitely sending some longer confessionals. Super excited about that. I always thought I'd be pretty good at those, so definitely got to try a little harder and keep that going. But yeah, anyway, Justin Production, thanks for having me on this season. Super excited, and yeah, let's go kick some butt. See you on Tuesday.
Woo!
That was funny. I remember his one of his first confessionals was like from his basement, I think. Wasn't that?
He was living in his dad's basement.
Living his dad, and then now he's like above ground. So it's like he's surface.
He's moved on up in the world.
I think Andrew's super personable. I think he's super likable. I think his challenge, from what I saw, is just he needs to be more cutthroat and a little bit more strategic, right? I just think his social game's on point. He's just got to make sure that he does make some big moves. I think Sam started to overshadow him pretty quickly once she kind of got into the strategic side of it, and. Yeah, I think his kind of cutthroat nature and making sure that he's making some moves. I think if he can do that, he'll be in good shape, because I think he's really likable. People like him.
That's really the only thing, in my opinion, that he really needed to improve on from last game. He was great.
Yeah, he's really great. All right, up next, old school. We're going old school, way back to season 3.
Okay.
So none of you will probably remember him, but we have Dan. So how you might know Dan, or you might not know Dan, but so Dan is actually Rye's husband. Rye has played season 2, season
Heroes
4,
Villains.
and then he just played Heroes versus Villains. So I've been looking to try to get Dan back for a long time, ever since season 3. He was supposed to be on your season 10 cast, Steph, and he wasn't able to join. Super likable guy. I don't think he has quite the evil nature that his husband Rye does. Rye was a little bit of a wild card, but super fun. I think Dan's a little bit quieter, like a little bit more of a silent threat. Really likable guy, and a fan of the show. So I'm curious. I think he made it to about mid or early jury in season 3. So, I think he's a contender. I hope he comes back and changes up his game a little bit. Again, maybe he's a little bit more strategic and cutthroat. But just like a really nice, likable, personal guy. I think he and Andrew might fight for that title of who's going to be more likable. And then up next, we have probably our first controversial pick. Some love him, some hate him. Some have called him a snake. We have from season 8. We have James.
Oh, James.
When you said snake.
Oh my God, James.
Yes, I'm so excited.
So James did get a little bit of a reputation in season 8. I love James. So James and I played Sequester together or something. We played something together. Super nice guy. I think people kind of saw him as like the evil behind the Aperion Alliance in season 8.
He got a lot of crap during Final Tribal Council.
Got a lot of crap. There was some discussion of like if he was communicating with people after they left the game and all this stuff. Like there was a little bit of conscience. So he's kind of like maybe like our Johnny Fairplay, right? Like he's a
he denies that he did.
He denies,
And he did reach out to me and he talked to me about it. And you know what? At the end of the day, I don't know if anyone's watching the most recent version of Survivor SA, but Chappies on Survivor SA has been like stealing food from rewards and eating it, and which is like a violation of the rules. And basically the host said like, hey, we've put the rules out there. He has violated them. It's up to you guys as your society, your community, to decide how you want to handle that. So at the end of the day, James got to the end. He wasn't voted for. I think he got one vote based on his actions in the game, and whether people interpreted them the wrong way or the right way or whatever it was. Like at the end of the day, as I said, I put the rules in place. I hope everyone's here to play by the rules, and he says he did, and I'm going to take him at his word, and we're going to leave it at that. He
definitely said I spoke to him afterwards. Like he took him some time to kind of get over with what happened and how he was, how upset people were.
So we'll see. I hope he comes back and redeems himself a little bit. I hope, if there was any like grayness around the rules, I hope he kind of, make sure there's no grayness this time, all those things. And
He played really well. I loved his game. You know,
I mean, he
under the
played-
radar snake.
he played really well. He fought his way back into the game. He was one of those that was voted out and won a challenge to fight his way back in. Made it to the end. I think people saw him as someone they could beat. So, you know, and he, I think he won one or two challenges after that too to kind of help get him to the end. So yeah, interested to see him come back and play another time and see what he does differently. Maybe to change the perception. You know, we may have other season 8 folks in the mix that, you know, might blow up his spot a little bit. So we'll see how that could work. Up next, we have our first representative from 14, our recent mini. So they're coming back into basically a whole different type of game, right? So they just played the mini. That was a 1-day, 6-hour ordeal. And
they wanted more.
They wanted more.
Person's crazy.
Person is crazy. And I'm very excited to have them. It is Jeremy. With their Shady Fan. So again, just to be respectful, he does go by they, them. Sorry, they go by they, them pronouns. Still learning, folks. I'm learning and living. Trying to.
Oh wait, so does that mean Courtney's not playing? Aww.
Oh, does Jeremy know? No.
Well, no, it went alphabetical, so it's like, well,
it does go to alphabetical, Stefan.
Don't worry, y'all. You got a 13 representative in here. Don't worry.
Wait, no, it's not Gabe.
So Jeremy is amazing. I thought that they did they did a good job of being a character in a very fast-paced mini. My favorite battle was Jeremy's head-to-head with German.
Yes.
They both did the charades challenge, and it was really funny. So excited to have them back to play again. I know they played a bunch of orgs and are kind of known in the org community.
I just played Hunger Games with them. Sorry. Very smart.
Super smart. Again, it's kind of super likable. I think their biggest challenge may be that spiciness, that fieriness, that if you know when you have some of that, you throw out some of that shade or you have some of that spark, like you're noticed, right? Like people see you as either a threat or a bigger character. So you just put yourself on the radar more.
Can I just, I know this photo is going to be shown to everyone. And
it is.
Shady.
This is the one that they sent me. This is the one that they wanted up.
I love it. I love it.
I love it. I'm excited to see how they handle the longer formats. Assuming they make it through night 1 and are able to make those relationships that they couldn't make in the first season or their first go. So excited about that. All right, up next, it's a legend. All the way back from season 6. We've been trying to get her back as much as we could. It is Megs. All the way back from season 6. She's joined us on the stream team a couple times. This is her first fight back in.
It's been a long time coming.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Oh, it's been a while.
And I promise, Megs, one day you'll see this. There will be very few opportunities where half the cast will be immune at a tribal council, which was her biggest gripe of season 6 is, she was at a when she got voted out there, half the tribe was immune. So there won't be as much of that for season 15. Don't worry.
Oh, where was that for 13? Okay.
Yeah, Justin. Where was that?
Weren't you the one who was safe every time, Hannah?
Hannah was safe for a few.
Here's what Megs had to say.
What's up, Justin? I'm super excited for the newest season of Pandora. I have no idea what's in store because I've asked you several times what the theme is and even bribed you and you won't take the bribe. So how am I supposed to tell you what my plan is going into the game if I have no idea what the game is? Tell me that. But it's coming up on my 1-year anniversary of starting orgs. You are my second org ever. So I'm a completely different player than who you saw in my first season of Pandora. I don't know if I'm going to give you my true game this season. I think I'm going to shake it up, try something new. Really depends on the cast. If I know a whole lot of people, I think I'm going to play on my reputation of being loyal and straightforward and honest and not be those things. So one thing I will guarantee you is I will not be predictable this season. I'm looking forward to all the challenges and all the social strategy part of it. I know I will solve exactly 0 of your tree nails. I will try, but those are so hard. So hopefully I can play a game without advantages, but I just need to know where everything is. So that's the name of the game, is getting the information. So I'm super stoked, Justin. I will see you in a couple weeks. Bye.
Woohoo!
Meg.
So excited.
She's great.
Stefan, do you know Megs too?
No, I just watched her. I don't know which one I was watching. Was she on the season 12 or 11 stream team? It was.
She popped in a few times.
No, I just love her
one of those.
personality. And then I had watched her do this, like, I'm not sure if it was a Tumblr game, but they had like videotaped a Taskmaster game, and she was
Ooh.
really funny in that. And so I just like her from that.
Yeah,
She's
awesome.
great. She's great. I'm excited to have her back. All right. And then another old schooler all the way from season 2. This is probably one of the few people we have in the mix who are not giant Survivor fans, but made a good run of it in season 2. I think got kind of screwed by a twist. Done it to myself again. I have another Megan in the mix. So this is, come on, slide, do your job. Where'd my mouse go? Here I am. This is Megan from season 2. So super old school. Hasn't played in this format before ever. And I should mention that Dan hasn't either. So the week to week could be interesting. She just got married, which is exciting. And she has a wonderful, like super just warm and inviting personality. I think she was super likable on season 2. I think she got screwed by a twist or an idol. I can't remember exactly which. But excited to have her come back. I've been pushing for her to come back because she's just so damn likable. You just like want to hang out with her and chat with her. She played in my cornhole league and just a super cool person. So excited to have her back. Excited to have some old schoolers in the mix. And I think every game you want a couple of people at least that aren't like crazy Survivor fans that are trying to murder everyone.
Right.
So we've got her
Woohoo!
back. And
Excited
now
to see her.
finally our season 13 representative
Yes.
giving her another shot at the end. We have Nicole.
Oh
back
my
for
goodness.
another shot.
Oh my gosh.
So excited to have her back. I think she's talked to me a little bit about some stuff that she would do differently. She didn't send a video just yet. But I love Nicole. She's super personable. I think bottom line is, I think Destiny just outplayed her. I think Destiny had more moves. Destiny was scrappier and was, I think, much more of a target. So for her to get to the end was a lot more impressive. So I think Nicole just has to make sure she's making a couple of big moves and like shows more of her gameplay. Or something, but I'll leave that up to the 13 players in the room. I mean, you guys have more of an insight than I do. From the outsider's view, I thought she played great. I think she kind of came alive in those last few episodes. I don't know if that was too little, too late, or if Destiny was just. I think you were just an obviously bigger player in the mix. In terms of making moves and being on the bottom and surviving somehow. Like I think you just had a more compelling story from my side, but. What do you think, Juror Stefan and Juror Hannah?
I think I spent the longest time playing with her actually because they had it. Destiny and Hannah were on her tribe in episode 1, but I got to stick through it into episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
She was not around in between episodes pretty much. That it didn't change between episode 1 going into episode 2. It didn't change from 2 going into 3. But when she was on her way out into. Like, if Athos had gone to tribal, if I had a vote, there was a good chance she would have gone. Or Ben, one or the other. But, of course, things happen. And, when she's there, she just has a personality. Like, her social game is dang near impeccable. So, I don't know if it was, like, her being gone that also kind of got in her way a little bit. But... she's really good. I think if she's just like a tad more aggressive, it could like really work out. And that like she got 3 votes. One was mine. But yeah, I think she has it in her.
I think that the fact that she signed up to play again for a second chance is like a great sign. She did really well, and I feel like this has she talked to you much, Justin? Like what she plans on doing? I'm sure she's going to like change it up a little bit to get the win this time.
Not too much, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
She did just say she's going to try to be more active in between the weeks. So
Okay,
I think she
cool.
knew that was a vulnerability of hers or
Mm-hmm.
a negative. She did say, she wanted to mix it up a little bit more this time. So yeah,
she's not going anywhere for like 2 episodes. Like she is.
There's no way.
No way.
There's no way.
She's
Although I think everyone you've said at this point is really social and has a really strong social game. So at this point, it's going to be a battle of the social games. So hopefully nobody's inactive because I think that's going to bite them very quickly here.
Yeah.
Could be. And then last but not least on our second chancers, I have had the exciting opportunity to hang out with this person a bunch recently. So got to talk to them a lot about the upcoming season. No spoilers, no insight, but I was just able to talk to them about their game. It is Mr. Robbie from Season 10.
Stefan.
I love him. I love his goal.
His video is a little longer, so it's on YouTube.
Oh, I'm sure. Okay. 1.5 speed. Let's go.
Yes.
I'm back, bitches. Oh man, I'm so excited to finally have a second shot at this game. I feel like Justin has brought back so many different people, and I've been waiting on my shot, but I am not throwing away my shot. This time, what you can expect to see differently from me is so the first time I got second, I feel like because I played such a loyal game and I took my number one ally to the end, and she had people rallying for her in the jury. And I do think that Steph is a very deserving winner, and I was definitely okay with losing to her. But this time around, I'm not okay with losing, period. So what you can expect to see differently from me is a more cutthroat game, a more strategic game. Although I feel like I played the last one very strategic. So anyway, I'm going to play this game more strategically. I'm going to give you confessionals so you know what's going on in this
we had like a 0 last time.
And I am going to find my ride or die that I want to play this game with. But here's the tea, sis. I'm cutting them this time. If there's any chance that you have people in the jury who's rallying for you, whatever, you're not seeing that. 2 or final 3. I'm here to win. I want to be in that game in November because I have a lot that I want to accomplish. I just feel like there was a lot that was unsaid at Final Tribal Council in my first game. And maybe that's, again, I was okay with losing to Steph, but this time I am playing to win. And now I feel like my biggest feat here, my biggest problem here is I'm currently in a game and I'm very anti-play 2 games. But the thing with me is I want to win. And right now I'm on a Conquest to Pandora's box. And imagine when I win Conquest and then Pandora's still going and then I win Pandora as well. September is about to be a lit ass month for me. It's the Queen's birthday. Beyonce was born this month. It's in my, it was meant for me to do well at both of these games. And I do truly believe that I have a chance to win this game. I'm assuming that it's going to be returnees versus rookie, considering I am a returnee. I'm the returnee, period. And I feel like I'm going to give you all something worth watching. And with that being said, I'm excited to get this thing cracking, get this thing going. The first 2 weeks, I'm still going to be very social. I apologize to my boyfriend in advance because between Conquest and Pandora, I'm about to be sitting right here in this spot, click-clacking away. Because, I got to do what I got to do. My social game is my strongest point of my game, and you're about to see one hell of a social game for me. I'm, again, going to do confessionals, and I'm here to have fun, but I'm here to, I'm coming for edges. I'm coming for wigs. I'm coming for that win. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. And I'll own my game 100,000% at FTC this time. And I don't care who doesn't like it. I just need those jury votes. I'm telling you, season 15, I think this is. I don't care what number it is. I know that sometimes you use the number of the season for potential advantages, but sometimes that's too obvious. But yeah, see, I'm already thinking of it. The wheels are turning here, and I'm so excited to play this game. Hopefully, I get to go to Pandora's Box this time. I don't even know who she is. Who's Pandora's Box? Like, I didn't even get to go in my first game, so like, I played the whole game without any advantages except for an idol that somebody gave me. And so I'm hoping that I can get some advantages this time because it'll make it just a little easier. Hopefully people don't know how well I did in season 10 because I could just say I was a goat to be dragged to the end. We'll see how
Nobody would believe it.
I'm excited to play this game, and I am here, and I'm queer, and I'm ready to win.
Let's go.
Oh
I'm
my god.
I'm gonna send Robbie all my Pandora box good vibes. I want him to be able to open Pandora's box more than I did last season. I got to meet him for like 2 days and he is lovable. Like you just can't not love him. So he's gonna get my Destiny good Pandora box juju that hopefully can rub off. I was gonna save it, but it's going to Robbie.
I can see him doing very well. He's great socially. Like he's just gonna do amazing. And I am sure he is going to cut whoever he has to win to get there. Like for sure. He wants the W. Let's go. I'm rooting for him.
I wonder if anybody who's in the cast would be like in the Conquest Viewers Lounge. Like that would be very interesting.
Wait. Actually, I think there might be one person because Daniela played a couple seasons. She played in Uluru, whatever that was called. So there's a chance she might be in it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, interesting. So we have 3 people who've made it to Final Tribal: Robbie, Nicole, and James. So 3 finalists in the mix here. I'm not sure if that will come into play or not. Couple old schoolers. One thing I did work really hard for is to make sure that there's nobody on this tribe that are from the same season, so they don't have any at least pre-game season pre-game relationships. They may know each other from other games or other things in the world, but there's nobody from the same season in here. All right. Up next, we have our Third Time's a Charm cast, and our first one from 8 and 10, I think. Can't quite read it. We have Allie back.
Oh my goodness.
I love Allie.
Allie Plutnicki, one of the famous Plutnickis, back for another season. Allie's great. We know that she was a challenge beast in 8. I think maybe her reputation got the best of her in 10. I'm not exactly sure, but I think she was a big target because of how well she did in 8. And so excited to see her come back. There's obviously a lot of threats in this mix. So hopefully that helps her this round. But she's super likable, super fun. I think she's good at the game. And so I'm excited to have another strong female identifying player in the mix. We'll have a lot of those this season. And she will definitely be one of them. Any thoughts, Stephanie, Hannah? Anybody who knows her?
It's part of my contract being on string team to root for a Plutnicki to win. So I am here to stan Allie. Call me a Stally,
Allie's great. She's great socially. She's like she has it all around. She's definitely a challenge beast. She's great and she does her research. So I'm sure I can see her and Robbie kind of linking up together for sure.
I mean, wasn't it her rep that got her in season 10? Is that?
I think so. Like that from my perspective, I felt
that's
like
what it was. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
That she was just
And this cast, like she can. I think she'll be able to play her game. Like she'll be able to do her thing that she did in season 8 so well.
I would say James, like I can see James and her linking up together for sure.
I'll be really interested to see how that dynamic plays out. Should they see each other at some point in the game, right? James and Allie were a part of that Aperian Alliance. They did work together, but like, does Allie want to tie her star to that wagon? Does she see James as an ally or more of a threat to her game and her rep and all that? I'm curious to see how she handles it for sure.
That's a good point.
All right, up next, it's a legend.
All of these are legends. These are third timers, baby.
Legend, though. Like when you think legend, a recent Pandora legend, you are
Pandora.
probably thinking of Jackie B.
Jackie.
And she, so 13 folks,
Love that
Sean
profile
from season
pic.
13 is her husband.
Sorry
and
about it, Jackie.
I'll give you a little taste of exactly why she is such a legend.
They tell me, girl, you the best, but I already know what I am. They know I only wanna come over, put it on them. I got that whoa, na na na. He drink that shit like hello.
Yes.
Hello. It's your girl Jackie B. I am so excited to be back. Can you tell by the big cheese eating? Ooh, my teeth look good. I've been to the dentist. I've been flossing and taking care. Anyway, I am so excited to be returning to Pandora. This is my third time. Third time's a charm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Third time's a charm. Since the last time I played, which was my back-to-back seasons for 11 and 12, I have played a couple more games. I got a chance to play and do a mini, which was really cool. I played another long game. I have not won anything yet, but I did get some money in the last game I played. They did something really cool, which was a survivor auction, and they gave us fake money that we could bid on things for, advantages and things of that nature. And your girl was the only one that actually won some real money. So I feel like I'm a winner from that season, just so you know. I'm the second place cash prize winner from that game.
There you go.
My husband got a chance to play Pandora, which he said he really enjoyed. And I'm trying to make this video as short as possible because I was going to make another video. And honey, that one was like 9 minutes long. And I just found out that I am actually a confessional whore. So I got it. But I'm trying to keep these videos under 3 minutes, right? Is that what our attention span is? TikTok has set the standard that our attention span is 3 minutes. Some people who I am interested in seeing, definitely can't wait to see Cody. Not like on some friendly shit. I just want to see him fall. Unfortunately, I would love to see him again. I would love to see Isaiah. Oh my God, I could squeeze Isaiah. I would love to see Isaiah again.
Yes.
I think Ty got too close to the final, so I'm not sure if he would do it again, but I would love to see Ty. Someone who I'm not interested in seeing. This is going to be crazy, but I love this person to death. I don't want to see Jester. I love Jester, but every time I play any game with Jester, it doesn't matter the game or who's modding it or where it is or whatever. I always end up having to write his name down and vote him out, and I don't want him to come for me. I'm very excited. I feel like I've learned a lot in playing other orgs, and I feel like I am more prepared for this season than I ever have been, and I can't wait to watch you all watch us because that's really fun too. I'll see you on September 7th.
Yes, Queen JB.
Yay.
Love her.
She's just the best. She is the best. And I would call her a confessional queen. She said.
No, play it again.
Love the
we
intro.
love Jackie B. I mean, obviously her biggest challenge is just she is so likable. She's just such a dynamic player, and she's just very noticeable. She stands out. Everyone loves her. And so at some point she becomes a threat. So it's so hard for players like her to manage their threat level. I don't know if she even has the ability to do it because it's just that big, right? Because people are just going to know she's a target. So she's got to hopefully link up with some other people. There are some big targets coming up, and she's got to link up with them and try to ride
Big
that wave.
targets coming up.
No Cody.
So, but no Cody. This is the first time she'll be playing without Cody, I think.
Aw, too bad.
So
That's right.
hopefully, I did my best to make sure that there wasn't anybody that was like that linked up that many times. So excited to have her back. She is legendary here in Pandora, and I'm excited to see if she can. She's gotten close. She was final 3 way back when. So hopefully she can
also
get
got like the surprise swap both times she
Both
played.
Yes.
She survived one of them.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, she has some magic. So we'll see what she does with it this time. Up next, another finalist. Hopefully he stays on mute next time. He's talking to the jury.
No.
realizes the jury is there. We have Josh
No.
back from season
Oh,
2,
Josh!
7.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Oh my God, I remember that.
So Josh was in the final 2 with Mike in season 7. I don't think this led to his downfall, but he did say some snippy comments about the jury while they were all in the room listening. Go back and watch season 7. It's pretty hilarious.
It is.
So I don't think that really, I don't think that Mike played an amazing game in season 7. So I don't think that really affected it too much. But excited to have him back. This will be his second time playing this format. He is one of those old schoolers. I don't think he and Megan have any sort of connection from season 2. So if they were to see each other, I don't know that would actually form a bond of any kind. But he's, this is his first time playing without a loved one, right? In this format. So when he did play 7, it was the new format, but he was playing with his cousin. So because 7 was the Blood versus Water, for those that don't know. So interested to see him play in this format on his own, in a mix of quite the cast of characters here. He did send a video, so you can hear a little bit about.
I think he'll play great. Spoiler alert.
Guess who's back in the house? Guess who's back? Oh, hey, stream team. It's Josh from seasons 2 and 7.
It's been too long.
More. Third time's a charm, baby. Let's go. First time around, I got swap screwed. Second time around, no, don't check your volume. You know what happened in season 7. Also, let's just recap season 7 real quick. When I was playing, I was so into the whole team mentality that I really wasn't playing for myself.
Ooh, Andrew said that too.
Happy with me, Michael, Brandon, or Jessica winning, which we got Michael as the winner. But looking back, I probably should have been a little more competitive and selfish almost and played for myself. If I had done that, Final 4, me and Caleb, we should have voted out Michael. He was willing, but I was not.
Yep.
Had I made that move and then crushed the final 3 slide puzzle as I did, that was my big move, and I could have made the end and had a case to plead in front of the jury because all I really had was my social game last time around. So this third time around, I definitely want to keep the social game strong because that is my strong suit. And this time around, I'm going to have to make a move somewhere along the line to differentiate myself from everyone else in the group without pissing off too many people. So we'll see if I can do that. I'm excited and nervous to play again. I have been practicing some jigsaw puzzles and stuff, so hopefully I can win immunity the first night a few times and then get to work during the week, build some alliances, go from there. I'm super pumped, super excited, and thanks for having me back. Looking forward to seeing you guys on the other side.
Yes, so excited to see him play again.
Yeah,
I still remember that.
It was a moment. It was definitely a moment. All right, up next, we know where we love her. We've got Miss Julie back from 10 and 12.
Let's go.
Julie Andrews, not the actress.
An engineer. Stefan.
He said, "What kind?"
What kind of engineer, man? You gotta know.
I don't remember.
I don't
oh my
know.
gosh, I should know this.
Third time's the charm. What?
Yay!
What's up, guys? I'm back again for season 15. So excited. Thank you for having me, Justin. Stream team, what's up? Love you guys. If you don't know me, my name is Julie Andrews, and you should go back and watch season 10 and season 12 if you don't know me, because those are great seasons with 2 great winners.
Those are great seasons.
I'm not one of them. So I want to secure my win this time around. That is the goal. First and foremost, that is the goal. I love Pandora so much, you guys. I have put my heart and a lot of my energy into this game both times that I've played, and I just don't want this journey to end. So I really just want to keep it going and play as many games as I can. So if I got to win to get Winners at War and keep it going, then that's the goal. This game is basically my drug at this point. Justin comes calling and I can't say no. So of course I'm back.
Raise your hand if you agree.
I feel that between season 10 and season 12, I really did step up my game a lot in 12, even though I was technically a little bit lower. So I was 5th in 10 and I was 7th in season 12, and I was dragged out of the game brutally. But But I did feel like I improved my game a lot in 12, so I was happy with that. I felt that my connections were stronger. I felt that I got out of some tough spots. And if I wasn't dragged, I really did see a clear path to get to the end for me. So there's a lot of what ifs, what could I have done differently? Ultimately, I just blame myself for voting for the wrong person. I can't blame them for doing what they did. I was driving the bus a little bit on that. So it was probably the right move. I was hoping I could get away with it, but I couldn't. So chalk that down as a lesson learned, and hopefully I can manage to not screw up if I make it to the end game again. This game, I'm pretty sure, has got to be a returners versus rookies season. Just my hunch, given the time frame and thinking that Legends was going to be in October. And I was hoping to play in Legends, but if it's not to be, if this is the one chance that I got, then I'm going to make the most of it, of course. I am a little bit nervous if it is a half and half rookies returner season, because I think I could have a target on my back being a third-time player. Hopefully there are maybe some other third-time players. That'd be cool. We could work with each other. I think I could be a good shield for some of the returners, so I plan to work that angle. But I do plan to be prepared to play more aggressively early to get through week 1, just survive. That's the name of the game. Play more aggressively to form a group early and make those connections so that they can keep my name out of their mouths, hopefully. And then from there, if I make it through week 1, then I would really like to play with some rookies. I think Stephanie did an amazing job in season 10 of banding together some rookies. And because of that, she was in the know of a lot of information. She had people on both sides that wanted to work with her, and she got to go to Pandora a ton of times. She was the closest returner to a lot of us rookies, so she got to go to Pandora multiple times. She got safety given to her, all kinds of goodies. I would like to do that, but I don't think that I could take a rookie to the end. I think I need to sit with some returners at the end. So ultimately, I think I would like to work with some rookies and have those good connections, but towards the end game, I think it's probably best for me to get back with some returners if I can. So keep them in the game, and hopefully we can prevent a little rookie uprising at the end. Aside from that, I really would like to try playing a little bit more deviously this time around. I tend to play pretty straight up, and I'm a pretty bad liar, to be honest. So I would like to try to challenge myself a little bit. I'd like to try to sprinkle in some seeds of misinformation here and there, especially if I seem to be in a tough spot and it's looking bad. Anything you can do to try to get a crack in the game, So I would like to try that. And I do have a little bit of a bucket list. So for Pandora season 15, this is what I really want to do aside from win. I want to find a ride or die. I don't really feel like I've had a true ride or die, in the sense that the people that I felt most trusted with, like I had the most trust in myself with, they kind of trusted other people first or more than me in both games for the most part. So I would like to get kind of a true partnership early on. Secondly, I want to find an advantage and use it correctly, use it well. I went home with an extra vote when I was trying to save it for Final 6 in Season 12, so I'd like to use it this time, maybe get an idol, that'd be cool. I want to avoid conflict in the drag round or in the end game in particular. Both times, somehow I've ended up being called out for certain things and needing to defend myself and call other people out, so it's a little bit uncomfortable, to be honest. I don't relish that. I'm not confrontational at all. So I'd like to keep my hands a little bit cleaner and not get into trouble. That would be great. And then lastly, I want to get on the stream team. So put me in, coach.
Yes.
Nora, for Legends or Winners at War, whatever you'll have me on, I want in. So yeah, that's the goal. I think that's it. This is probably pretty long. Thank you for having me back. I don't know how to do short confessionals, so hope you're ready for more 13-minute confessionals in the game. And yeah, thank you so much. Looking forward to it. Let's have a good time, and I hope I make you proud. Bye, guys.
Oh my gosh, I love Julie.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
She is. I can see her like literally going to FTC for sure. Like she is. Yeah, she's so good. Oh my god, this is gonna be tough.
She's one of those that like I feel like you can see her get to the end, but somehow she just doesn't get there. And it's what's interesting is. For me, like there are some obvious people that I think of as threats. I think of Julie like a little bit more under the radar, but somehow she doesn't get there. So like I'm not sure what it is.
She gets like found out like late in the game, right?
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
But she's made it.
It's gonna be tough for Robbie and Julie when they. I can't even. I mean, wow. They're close.
And you've got Julie and Jackie who played together, and Julie and Allie who played together.
That's true.
But on different sides, right? I think Julie was a rookie and Allie was a returner on 10. So, and then on, what was it, Gone Too Soon? Yeah, that's where Jackie and Julie were. So, there's definitely going to be a big jumble of connections in the mix here. So speaking of jumble of connections, our next one, another queen, another legend.
Ooh.
We love her. It is Katie from season 5, season 7, and also Survival Challenge, and also Can You Survive?
Can You Survive?
Shut up.
So Katie has a ton of connections in this mix. Depending on kind of where she lands, down the road, I think there's a lot of different ways that she could go. I think Josh voted her out in season 7. So that could be interesting to see if she'll actually leverage that connection or not.
Oh, that amazing tribal council. Oh my gosh. I should put in this video, I should put a link to that tribal council and the timestamp so everybody can go watch that tribal council. Oh, it was beautiful. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Stephanie, are you trying to say something? Or just...
No, I'm just saying yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
oh my
it.
gosh.
So Katie did just play Can You Survive? I don't know if she was close with Angela or not in the game. Or
Yes, very close. Very close. They are very close.
Ooh.
So that could be interesting. Obviously, she'll know Bobby from because he worked on Survival Challenge production and was the evil man that made her go to Exile Island. He was the one to drag her there and make her think that she was staying overnight. And she was she cried about it to him. So that could be really funny and interesting. And there might be someone, not yet revealed that she would have an interesting connection with as well.
Yep, and then also Robbie was in production. For
Can You Survive? Right. Yep.
So he's seen Katie play, and Yep.
There's a lot of kind of that here. We'll hear a little bit from.
Yay. She very well could be the biggest threat of this, one of the biggest threats of this game.
Hey, Justin, I am so excited for Pandora to start tomorrow night. I am so excited to know what the theme is and who else is playing, and I'm super nervous to figure out who else is playing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like with playing in some other games recently, I might be going into this game with a target on my back. I'm hoping that there are other people, and I'm sure there'll be other people that will also have a target on their back because they're known from other games. And I'm also really hoping to see some people I've played with before that I've done well with. Becca would be awesome. I would love to see Dan in the game. Mike would be awesome. There's a couple other people from that game I wouldn't mind seeing, Trey. I think I could make something work with him. Polo would not be great. Chanel would not be great, although I might be able to work some magic, hopefully. Stephanie, if she's in the game, we're 1 for 1. She took a swipe at me. I took a swipe at her for good reason both times. So I would love to play with Stephanie. And I feel like if we were actually together and I could say to her, I voted you out too early. I'm sorry. You went against me in the last game. Let's just make this work. Let's be in this together. I would love to play with her. I think I'm trying to figure out who else I would want to see in the game. Becca would be awesome. I'm hoping for Becca. If Alicia's there, I might be able to kind of make things work with her, given that she is with Becca. So I'm excited to see who's playing. I'm very excited to know the theme, and I'm hoping that I'm not a big target right from the beginning, and I can kind of stay quiet and make my connections at the beginning until I feel more comfortable with the cast and everything. All right, thank you. I can't wait. I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye.
Love the stuff shout out.
Cute.
Oh my gosh, I am such a fan of Katie. Chaos Katie. I love her. I just do.
I mean, watching her play in Survival Challenge, I was blown away.
So good.
And she was just the way that she made so many moves. And you never know actually what was her moves versus what wasn't. But I think the one that blew me away the most was when Landon was blindsided in Survival Challenge.
Right.
And it felt like that was the obvious time Katie would go, and then she didn't go, and Landon went instead. And I was just I thought she rocked it. Watching her play that live game, I don't know how much that may influence her online game as well, but she's now got a couple live games in her pocket. I know she's played a couple other orgs since season 7 even. So I'm excited. I'm feeling I mean, I think these 4 ladies right here, I mean, Josh is also, he's been to the end, so he's a bit of a threat. But these 4 ladies here are like 4 of the biggest icons in Pandora history, right?
Yeah.
So like I think there's a ton of threat level here. I think it's going to be interesting to see what people deem as the biggest threat level of all of these, right? And so maybe Katie's, the fact that she hasn't played since season 7, that's, it's been 7 seasons since, or 8 seasons since, that, people think of her as less of a threat versus the more recent threats. I don't know. But excited to have her back in the mix and to see, how she plays this time around.
How'd she do in her first 2 times?
Season 5, she made 4th or 5th place, I think. And 7, she was out pre-merge, but she kind of got screwed. So it kind of ended up being, it was blood versus water. And basically all the tribes ended up being like 3 pairs. So it was her and her husband, Matt and his,
Marcy?
not Matt. No, Josh and his cousin, and then Mike, the eventual winner, and his cousin. And so the 4 cousins grouped up together and just worked together and voted off her and Alan. And so Josh was in that mix. That'd be interesting to see if she, wants to work with him after that. But it's one of the connections she has. So she kind of got screwed in the swap pre-merge. So, I think also like Jackie's kind of in a similar boat. She made it towards the end and she got out kind of early. Julie's probably the one that's done the best back to back. Like Julie's made top 7 both times. Where Allie, again, I think Allie made it far, but also was out early in the other game, right? So all 3 of them have a similar story there. Julie's probably placement-wise the biggest threat. I know Hannah's about to get very excited. We have a returner that she, I don't want to say they're going to get married, but they might get married.
I thought we were getting married.
Matt back from
Matt!
season 6 and season 9.
My boo Matt.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Matt P. Where's the P?
Matt P. But there's no other Matt this season for the first time I think since he's ever played with just being Matt. So played season 6, did really, really well. Didn't quite get to the end though. And then in Heroes versus Villains was cut pretty early. So again, another player who's kind of made it towards the end, but also then out pre-merge this next season. I know he did choose one alliance that over his alliance with Megs. So if they do ever see each other down the stretch, that could be a really interesting
history
dynamic.
there.
'Cause there's some strategic history there.
I think they'd work together though.
I think they could potentially work together. So yeah, I'm interested to see kind of what he does in this mix of players. Yeah, and I just love Matt. He's one of those people that, again, you just gravitate to. He's so smooth in his conversation, his social connections. He's just like super likable. He made it to the end of Ascendance, another org. I think he's played a bunch other games as well. So big fan favorite. We love Matt. Katie kind of doesn't get her wish here because we do have Polo returning from seasons 5 and 9, which could be very interesting to see how
Polo.
they work together. Oh my god! So I'm excited about that. Matt and Polo were both on season 9, but they were on opposite tribes. Matt was a hero, Polo was a villain, and I believe Matt was out before he merged with Polo. But they might have been in the same swap tribe. I can't remember. Where's Aviva when you need her?
I was surprised Aviva wasn't in this.
She'll be in a guest spot. But if I'd known Trav was going to bail after the first 10 minutes, I would have had her on instead. No, just kidding. Love you,
Shade.
Trav. So we love Polo. He's always a big character, always a big dynamic person in the mix.
Oh my gosh, Polo.
What is that? What is that screenshot?
All right, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I need to win the season of Pandora, period. There are a bunch of people who have won already that are going to be playing Winners at War, and I need to be a part of it. I really like this game. This is kind of the first game that got me into Survivor orgs. And I just feel like it's time because, bitch, I love this game, but I've always gotten so close. The first time I played, I got 3rd. Second time I played, I got 4th. And so I feel like this time I'm going to learn from my mistakes. I'm going to do the same thing that I do where I get into an alliance and I'm good with a lot of people and nobody wants to vote me out. But this time I need to be a little bit more patient. I need to ride with the people that I think are going to stay with me, because the last 2 times I went on a different path and betrayed people or attempted to betray people, and it blew up in my face. So this time I'm going to try to have the reputation of being real. I'm just going to be more honest than I think I've been in past games, and I'm going to try to get my alliance to stick together. And I'm going to tell people when they need to chill out, if they want to jump ship. I'm going to tell them that it's a patient game, and I'm going to be so aggressive about the idols. Every time Justin sends a message, I am going to hop on it, and I feel like I've learned from my last 2 seasons, like what to expect. The only thing is they're probably going to be harder now than they were before, because it's been through so many seasons. I think you're going to need idols to win this game, because when it gets to those double boot rounds, those crazy twists, too many people are going to be immune, so I'm going to need to be one of them. I have faith that I can use my social skills to my advantage like I usually do, but I am rusty. It's been a couple of months since I've played a long-term Survivor org. I'm not working from home anymore, and so I'm spending a lot less time online. But I think I still got it, hopefully. Hopefully this is the time where I can take the W, win $100. I'll give it right back to Justin. I don't care. I need to be in Winners Award, period. Love you guys.
Yes, I love it.
You know
The
what?
second- yeah.
Winner, 3rd time's the charm.
So he's also going to have history with Jeremy. They just played Hunger Games together, and if you know anything about the Hunger Games game, it's like this where you like kill each other in an arena, and Polo actually kills Jeremy. And they were in, not literally, but like
Yeah.
they're in an alliance.
I mean-
they were all in like this truce together, and Jeremy was in the water and Polo took him out. So like very early, just was like so shame on Jeremy for thinking that somebody with Polo's build was going to work with him. That was his downfall. But those games give you a lot of you have a lot of bad blood on it, right? Because you put all this work in it and you're like, forget you. I just did 2 weeks of work on this thing and you took me out day 2. So I want to see, selfishly want to see how that plays into it. Because
Yeah, I'm interested to see how he plays this time. I'm interested to see if he and Katie will work together. I don't remember it being that bad of blood between the 2 of them in 5, but she obviously seems a little nervous about that. I feel like Polo is one of those that would kind of squash that and be kind of like, hey, we're a connection, let's work together. So we'll
Thank
see.
you for your service, Hannah.
You're welcome. I just found the Katie Josh trial I was talking about.
Okay. All right. And last but not least, probably our other controversial choice, who has a message for Hannah. We have Tony back from season 8.
I love him. I hope he has a good message for me.
And so Tony was in season 8 and then was a part of the whole... Okay, we don't talk about it. And then back for season 9 in Heroes versus Villains, was out pretty early on that. It sounds like he was scrambling really fast, really hard, kind of too aggressive on the first night is what the rumors were, but you never know. And so Polo did, I think, vote him out. So interested to see if that comes into play here. Also interested to see if he would work with Allie. I think they were in separate alliances in 8, so interested to see kind of if that comes into play or not. Tony's a big personality, so I think if he can find a way to make sure people see that as an asset versus kind of chaos and kind of threatening, I think he could do really well. But I think I'm not sure he knows, similar to Jackie B, like how to manage his threat level and manage kind of being so present and kind of fade in the background a little bit. And we'll hear from Tony.
Oh,
I'm scared.
3 confessionals.
They're pretty fast, I think, if I remember correctly. They're like,
I'm so glad he's back.
All right, I'm back. Tony G, you know me, back for Survivor, Pandora 15. I am so excited. I was literally just saying, like the day before Justin hit me up asking if I wanted to do it, that I really wanted to do another org. So I'm very excited to get into this one. My last 2 seasons were seasons 8 and 9, I think. Heroes vs. Villains was my second one. 8, I had a great time. I made it like half-ish way through, made it to the jury, made some moves, was a little bit of a rascal. I had a really fun time doing that. And then I did the next season right after, which was Heroes vs. Villains, which did not go as well for me. I was first voted out on my tribe, and that was
really.
I really feel like I didn't make any connections in that season. I did not have a good time doing Heroes vs. Villains, which is unfortunate. I was really excited for it, but it is what it is. This time, I'm just really excited to do it again. I've had a little bit of time to process this time around, so I'm really excited to just go in and do the thing. I don't have any huge major plans at the moment because I feel like that was a big detriment to me last time. So this time, the first night, I'm just trying to stay really under the radar. Watching Heroes vs. Villains back, I was way too talkative with my tribe that first night. So I'm gonna chill it out a little bit. I'm not gonna put any names out for elimination. I'm just gonna get like private messages going with every single person in my tribe, have to make my alliance, because I was shook to find out that there was a 3-person alliance from like the first 10 minutes, and they definitely gunned for me. If Sarah or Christine are back, they better watch out, because I'm gonna come for them because they came for me. But otherwise, I'm not going in with any vendettas. I have no idea who's going to be back for this season, but some people I hope could be back. Well, like I said, Sarah and Christine are like on my hit list if they are back. I would love to play with Hannah Fleming. I hope she's back. That would be cool. I now know that it was Travis who ruined my game. And not Hannah. So apologies to Hannah. But Travis, if you're back, I'm coming to get you too. So don't worry. I don't know. I wish Hannah Ryan was playing. I'm pretty sure she's not. We're actually friends. Matt, it would be interesting to have a go again with him again. That wasn't English, but you know. But he's playing Conquest right now with Hannah actually. So I don't. Yeah. Stephanie, she won her season. It would be great to see her again. I like her. Darius,
the Stephanie mentions are.
I want to play with like Joe. That would be cool. He won my last season, but I was like hardly there, so I didn't know anyone. And Trey, I've played with both of his family members who are in the Pandora family. So I'd love to get a chance to play with him. One thing I'm saying is, Justin, every time you've called me as your winner pick for the episode, I go home. So please, for the love of God, don't say that I am your winner pick any time this season. Please. I just want to win. I want to make it to the end. And I can't do that if you're cursing my name. Please, Justin, not me as your winner pick. Pick James. James can be your winner pick. Thank you. Also, last thing. Ideally, we're not in like a million tribes to start. I thought 4 tribes was so many tribes for Heroes vs. Villains that you had no place to hide. I'm hoping for 2, 3 starting tribes max. Like max 2, please. I have no idea what the theme could be. If there's a theme, like how many returning players is it going to be? Is it going to be all returning players? Are there going to be new players? I'd like some new players. Justin said 3rd time's the charm to ask me to play. He asked me 3rd time's the charm. So that has me thinking either he was just saying 3rd time's the charm because it's my 3rd time. Maybe that's the theme. Maybe it's all 3rd time players. Maybe it's like 3rd time players versus new players. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But yeah, I wonder if they're going to be winners. It's just so exciting. That's all I had to say. I don't know. Oh. No, that's it.
I
can't stop smiling. I just love Tony.
Justin, say he's your winner pick for that
Yeah,
last little thing he did. No.
Yeah. No, I will never say that. Just to grant his wishes there. I do think I think Tony's a fun dynamic player. I do think if he can do what he says and tone it down a little bit, fade into the background a little bit more, he can do well. But he is not my winner pick as of now. You're welcome, Tony. But this is the full cast of Pandora 15, Rookies versus Second Chance versus Third Time's a Charm.
Epic.
I do think this is, again, I mean, I say pretty much every cast assessment, but it's probably, it's not my favorite. It's close to my favorite cast we've ever had. I love the mix of kind of the different seasons. I love having rookies in the mix. I think it's a lot of game players. I think there's a lot of threats here. I think there's also some people that can, I think, emerge as, maybe might start off as quieter kind of background players and then hopefully emerge as bigger players. And I'm going to be really interested to see if, we take the Survivor Winner at Wars approach and some of these Lions team up together and try to take out the smaller threats, or if people start going for big targets early on and the big targets go after each other. So I think there's a lot in this game. I think, I think there's a lot of people. We have a lot of finalists. We have a lot of people that have made it towards the end. We have a lot of big dynamic personalities. We have some people that are just well known in the community, whether they've played before or not. So I think it's going to be really interesting. We've got some new tricks and twists up our sleeves for season 15, which is always exciting. I'm really excited.
Is the edge of the Temple back?
Ooh.
Fuck no. With a 24-person cast.
24 people,
get out of here.
I mean, anything's possible. Didn't you bring back Chanel twice in Heroes vs. Villains?
I did not.
Can I just say that the female identifying players are so dynamic right here? Like, I just, honestly, I'm just gagged. They're so good. Wow.
Yeah.
And I love that we have, it's something that I've been trying to do, but it's always a little tricky for me to kind of figure out how to balance things with a gender identity perspective. Right. But I love that we have some non-binary and kind of gender fluid folks in the mix now. I work very hard every season to try to get more and more players of color in the mix. I did have a few that had to back out, which I would love to have had more. Always looking to have more. But yeah, I think from the way that orgs go, I love that, we have strong female representation. We have non-binary folks in the mix. We have players of color. I work really hard to kind of cast age mix, location mix.
Love that.
I think this is it's first season in a while. We don't have anybody from Canada though, right? Is Matt P from Canada? I forget.
Yes.
He is. All right, cool. Still international Pandora. That's right. So I'm really, really excited. I think my one concern is there a world in which all the returning players just try to take out all the rookies, right? So whether they've played twice or 3 times, do they just all come band together and say, let's take out all the rookies? I don't think so.
No.
I hope
Never going to happen. Never going to happen.
Because
too many returners.
It's an org, and it's not like it's a newbie season of Survivor. It's not like fans versus favorites where it's going to be like a starstruck scenario. Even the rookies, they've been in this community for a while. Not one of them doesn't have either a live game or an org under their belt already. So I don't see too many of them getting starstruck. And you know what I'm trying to say.
It'll be interesting. I guess I will reveal now that these will be their starting tribes. So they will start in these groups.
Okay.
Double tribal.
Oh my god.
And then obviously as we do, there will be a shakeup before the end of the first.
Right.
So
that Third Time's a Charm tribe, I will lose my mind when they go to tribal.
Oh my god.
They will lose their mind.
I'm already about to cry.
I have a pit in my stomach feeling like they're going to be the tribe that goes to tribals a lot. I don't know why. There's just some weird feeling of mine that that's what's going to happen.
Well, the rookies have a huge underdog situation going into night 1. If you're going to be doing the classic night 1 challenges that everybody else, when you're coming to play, you know your Pandora history, you're ready to go.
I just feel like I've seen Katie's last 2 games, and her starting tribe has definitely lost. So I'm hoping it stops now. That's what I would say.
Yeah. It's interesting because in the mini, we literally had one tribe that lost every challenge. Even once we did the mix, the same tribe name like lost every challenge until the merge. So we had people that didn't see tribal council until the merge. Which has happened a few times in Pandora's history, but it was crazy to me that the same tribe just kept losing. And there's a couple people that were on that tribe. So there's some people that, like Darius, went to every tribal council in this mini. Like he literally survived every tribal council to the final 3. So yeah, I'm interested to see. I'm going to be upset. There are a few people here that I think are quieter players and may, if they went out early, I would be sad, of course, but some of these big names, like if they go out early, it's going to be so crushing to me. We have some of those quieter players who haven't played for a while, players that, I don't really know how they're going to play. It's the players that I know how they're going to play, and I really want to see them play long game. That if they get out early, that's going to be tough. So I'm hoping these rookies can overcome the underdog story and not get trampled on. And it's funny because when we did, was it 10? Yeah, it was 10 rookies versus returners.
Yeah.
The 3 tribal councils were all returners. So the rookies did it, right? They pulled out the wins.
They sure did.
So yeah, I'm excited. Thank you all for your time tonight, and we'll hopefully see you on the stream. So we usually kick off the stream about 30 minutes before the game starts. And so we'll send a note out to y'all for tomorrow. If you can hop on, great. If not, and then we'll mix in some guests here and there as well. We can only have 6 people max on the stream at once. So once I leave, then we can add in a guest. I'm usually only there for like 5 minutes at the beginning. So, but that's that. There's one more slide.
Oh, really? Okay. Let's...
Not
see the other side.
Oh!
There it is. Look at the beautiful logo. One more time.
Oh, I see how you open Pandora's box already. Let me send it to my confessional.
Well, I'm so excited, Justin. This is going to be.
It's a good cast, full of
social
players.
This is a theme I'm surprised Survivor hasn't done itself, because I feel like it would have been interesting too.
They will, now that they've seen the org community do it with their spies. Season 45 will be
now that Pandora's done it, they have to do it.
Right. They're watching.
They are.
Hey, we have an inside source with Survivor
have
now.
So I'm trying to get to guest host with us, so we'll see if we can.
Please.
Yeah.
I would love their perspective of this cast.
I know, right? I know. Hope so. But yeah, we will. Let's take some time to digest, and we can do our winner picks tomorrow night before the season kicks off.
All right.
I have
for sure.
All right, show it again so I can take a picture of it, so I can really study it.
I can send it in the chat.
That is.
Too.
Oh, I guess.
Oh yeah, and chat. Yep.
All right.
I feel bad for Shane. He looks like he's getting the Mike Wazowski treatment.
Poor Shane. Shane will be just fine. My dream right now is to have a Shane and Kim alliance, because they were both like my final 2. They wanted to work together so badly.
So I want to see Bobby and Katie play together, because of just like Bobby being the field producer and Katie being the player, and just that dynamic. It would be so funny to see them play together.
Yeah,
for sure.
I always love them.
She's gonna do well.
They'll all be in their private rooms with their groups, and I'm so excited for the moment where we all pop in the same room and they see each other for the first time.
Yes,
it's so good,
for sure.
So good.
I'm gonna have a Zoom screen on everyone's 24 faces. I'm ready.
Oh my God! Next season we have to have Alan. We had Katie next season. Alan. All right.
Any other thoughts before we peace out till tomorrow?
I'm excited.
No, I'm excited. Can't wait.
Thank you all. Stefan, you got to bring some good news commentary tomorrow. All right.
Oh yeah.
You're a little dialed back tonight. I was accepting.